Okay, so this is a 1976 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. Why don't we take a grand tour of this magnificent motor car? Okay then. So we're just having a quick film around the outside of the car. You can see this one's got the premium wire wheel cover option. Bloody nice wire white wheels. You can see from this angle just how massively big and chunky the bumpers are, of course. Designed to withstand a 5-mile-an-hour impact into a solid, movable barrier without any damage to the car, or at least not to any vital components like headlights, radiator, etc, etc. Here is the view from the back of the car. I just love it how it looks just so big and bulky, you know, excessively big and bulky. I've put its American plates on just for today. You can get an idea just how massively long and big the car is. It's 5.95 meters long, or 233.7 inches, weighing in, I had it weighed once, 2,405 kilos when the gas tank is only 1/4 full. So now we're just going to have a sit inside the car. This is the driver's seat, right here. 1976 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. There you can see the odometer. As far as I can tell, that is a genuine mileage reading. And down here we have pump up for the rear suspension. Now these cars were normally fitted at the factory with an air leveling compressor which automatically adjusts the suspension height for weights and loads in the back, you know, so if you had a full tank or a couple of fat women in the back, it would automatically adjust the load. But the previous owner of this example has disconnected that and added in this thing, which allows you to manually adjust the height of the rear suspension. Difference between the lowest and highest point is about 5 inches, although visually when you're looking at it you can notice quite a visual difference. This is the headlight control here. It's got this little, so you pull that out to make the headlights go on, then it's got this other little ring on it. Now when you turn the headlights off and set the ring, it can program it to turn the headlights off up to 2 minutes after you take the keys out and walk away from the car, you know, to help you get to your doorstep or whatever. Or you can set it so that when you're driving it'll automatically turn the lights on and off depending on how dark it thinks it is. And there's the cruise control as well. Bloody useful on the open roads. And this is kind of a driver's view. I mean, look how massive that hood is. It's just Cadillac emblem shining brightly. It's just awesome. You know, the view from here, once you start driving it, it is very hard to stop driving it, and it's just a wonderful car. I mean, it's not like I have a girlfriend to play with or anything. This here is the stereo, of course, still the original stereo, AM/FM radio, with the 8-track tape. If you've never heard of an 8-track, I'll show you. This here is the glove box. Oh, and of course we've got a trunk release button. Very important in 1970s America, very big deal. After all, what kind of piece of crap car doesn't have a trunk release button? This here is the 8-track tapes that many American cars of the 70s used to run on. Big, chunky cartridge thingy. Now the one in this example doesn't actually work anymore. A small piece of AC/DC Back in Black is actually stuck in there. Broke the tape, of course. And I can't get it out. These things don't exactly lend themselves to being taken apart well. Here we've got the ashtray with one cigarette lighter. Over here we've got the passenger side, which has another cigarette lighter and reading lamps, of course. There's one of these in every door. It glows quite dimly. I mean, it's basically got interior lamps for Africa, although I don't know what Africans would actually do with a bunch of interior lamps. I think they need food and medicine more than they need interior lamps. Why don't we pop the trunk and take a look at that? Okay then. So I've just pressed the all-important trunk release button, and we're going to have a look in the trunk. So just bear with me. Oh, here's the doors as well. they're bloody heavy, but they have this weird hinging system. You know how in most cars you can open them as open or as non-open as you want? Here you've only got about 2 positions of openness. There's that. If I just give it a little pull, it falls shut again. So then there's that position, and then there's that position, and that's as open as it goes. So you've basically got 2 positions of openness, not including closed. And you can see interior lights that come on there. There's 2 of those in each door, plus lights in the footwell, but you probably can't see those because it's daylight. We're just going to take a look at the trunk. Cadillac emblem there. This is the trunk. Now, I keep a few emergency supplies in there, of course, you know, flashlight, spare fan belt, that sort of thing, but you can see just how big the trunk really is. So you can still fit a couple of bodies in there, no sweat. That's why a few movies from the 70s I've seen, you know, mobsters use cars like this, or the limo version, because you've got a pretty big ass trunk. You have to give it a pretty good heave to close it as well. Now we're just going to take a look in the big back seat area. You can see just how roomy the back seat is there. Carpeted footrests for your rear passengers and everything. So why don't we just take a seat in the back, and you can see just look how far away everything is when you're sitting back. You can get a sense of just how long the car is, and you can't even see the front of the car sometimes depending on how far back you sit. Nice roomy back area. And of course this is the rear right door. We have another cigarette lighter and the window control, and this is the left rear door, and we have another cigarette lighter. So that's a total of 4 cigarette lighters. They were really into their smoking in 1970s America. I've never used the cigarette lighters because smoking causes statistics. And we've got more reading lights back here. They actually work. All the interior lights work, as you can see. The only things that don't work on this car are the clock and the 8-track. A nice back shelf there, the eye level brake light. A couple of little US flags as well, just for, you know, on shows and things. Oh, and down here, this is the factory service manual for 1976 Cadillac. Look how thick it is. That is the factory service manual. Who would have thought a car could be so complicated? Massive. Feels heavy as well. I haven't counted how many pages or bothered to look at the numbers, but you can see just how thick and chunky the factory service manual